Good afternoon, girls. How are you all? I hope that you are all fine and in good health. Today we will start a new lesson. So please bring your books and open your books on page 329, please. Yes, thank you, Larissa. So today, girls, we will talk about how we will write 0 in the dividend when I want to divide a decimal number by a decimal number. Today we will answer the question that you asked me yesterday. I think Larissa asked me yesterday, why, teacher, there is no remainder when I will divide decimals. So today we will answer this question and you will know why there is no dividend with you when you want to divide decimal numbers. So please now bring your books, open it on page 329 to know when do you write a 0 in the dividend to find a quotient. Yes, you will know the answer, inshallah. So, okay, let's start with the first example. Okay. So let's see now and divide this first one. Hi, Basma. So I want here to divide 45.8 by 4. Hi, girls. Hi, Reem. Hi, Lama. So, girls, I want here to divide 45.8 by 4. First thing, how I will divide, as we learned, I will start from the first digit on the left side, which is 4. So I want to divide 4 by 4. First thing, the divisor here is a whole number, so no need to use the patterns to make the divisor a whole number. So first thing, 4 divided 4. What is the number that I will multiply it by 4? The answer will be 4. Of course, it's 1. That's mean the first digit in the dividend, or sorry, in the quotient is a tens number 1. Now I will multiply 1 by 4. 1 multiply 4 equals 4. Then I will subtract. Okay, now 4 minus 4 equals what? Equals 0. Now what I have to do after that? I have to take the number after the 4, which is 5, and put it down here, 5. Then I will divide the ones digit. 5 divided 4. How many 4s in the 5? How many 4s? I have only, yes, of course, thank you, girls. I have only 1 4. Okay, so I will put also 1 in the ones digit and multiply 1 by 4. 1 multiply 4 equals 4 also. So I will put this 4 here and then I will subtract. Now 5 minus 4 equals 1. Okay, after that, what I have to do here, I have to take the 8 down. But before I will take the 8 down, I have to, here I have a decimal point between 5 and 8. And as you learned, I have to put the decimal point up in the quotient. Take it, this point, I will take it up and put it in the same place. So it will be after the 1. Then I will take the 8 down here. So the number becomes 18. Now we will know, Basma. I told you now we will know. Of course, you don't have a remainder, but I mentioned in the first that in this lesson we will know why there is no remainder in the decimal division. Okay? So 18 divided 4. What is the number that I will multiply it by 4? It will give me the closest number to 18. The closest number. Of course, it must be less than 18. But the closest one is what? is 4 multiply 4 equals 16. That's mean I have here 4 in the 10th digit. Now I will multiply 4 by 4. The answer will be 16. So I will put 16 here. Then I will subtract. Now 8 minus 6 equals what? Equals 2. And 1 minus 1 equals 0. Okay. Now I have 2. Can I divide it 2 on 4, girls? Of course I can't. So because 2 is less than 4, but 2 will be a remainder? Of course not. I told you in the decimal division there is no remainder. There is no remainder in decimal division. Why? Because look, girls, when I told you, did you remember when I told you as an example 0.3 or 0.30? It's the same, right? Why? Because the 0 on the right side after the decimal point has no value, okay? I can write it or I can erase it. It will give me the same value. But those digits, I will use it when I have a remainder. Why? Because I have a decimal part here. So the decimal part will help me to give me a digit here after the 8. I don't have any number, so I can use this digit, but I have to fill it with 0. Did you remember that? So I will fill this digit after the 8. Of course, I have here a hundredths digit, right? After the 10th, I have a hundredths, but here I don't have any hundredths number. So this digit, the value of this digit equals 0. So I will fill this digit and I will use the decimal numbers to help me to continue the division. So that's mean I will take this 0 now down and put it next to the 2. So the number will be 20. Okay? So the number will be 20, and this number, I can divide it on 4, of course. Okay? So 20 divided 4 equals what? What is the number that I will multiply it by 4? The answer will be 20. Of course, it will be 5 because 5 multiplied 4 equals 20. So I will put this 5. Of course, I will put it with the red color. Sorry. Okay. Now I will put the 5. Then I will multiply 5 by 4. Equals 20. And look here. If you subtract, the remainder will be what? 0. 0 here and 0 here. I hope that you can see here at the part. Okay, girls, that's why here the decimal part will help me here. The decimal part will help me. Why? Because I can use this part to continue the division. I can use this part to continue the division. That's why in decimal division, girls, there is no remainder. There is no R. Okay? So when I want to divide a decimal number or a decimal part here, this part will help me to continue the division by using the zeros here after the digits. If I have here 10th digit, so I will use the digit after it, which is the hundreds, but I have to fill it with 0 and take this 0 to continue the division. Okay, girls, did you finish writing those numbers? There is no step 1. Okay, step 1 just you have to divide. Step 2 you have to step 1 just write the division leader line. Step 2 in your book, I'm talking about your book, right? Basma, you are talking about your book. Okay, step 2. Step 2, just divide the number as we learned. 4 divided 4 equals 1. Then you will subtract. Then you will take the 5 5 divided 4 equals 1 also, because I have 1 4 in the 5. Then you will multiply it by 4 and subtract. Then you will take the 8, so the number becomes 18. Of course, you have to take the decimal point up. So 18 divided 4 equals 4, because 4 multiplied 4 equals 16. Then you have to subtract. The number left with me is 2. Okay, now girls, did you finish? Please type 1 if you finish. Just one time, girls. Just one time. Okay. Now let's continue to the next step. Sorry, the next exercise, which is here on page 330. I want to divide 372 by 15, sorry. So I will erase those. Actually, there is 2 steps already written in your book, right? There is, I think 1 step or 2 steps. So the first thing, I want to divide 372. Now I know how to divide decimal number, so there is no remainder with me. Before that, before this chapter, when I have a number left with me, so it will be a remainder. But from this chapter and when you will continue in division, you have to use the decimal part. Okay, so first thing, I will divide 3 divided 15. Can I divide the 3 by 15? No, so I will take the 7. 37. 37 divided 15 equals what? How many 15 in 37? How many 15 in 37? Very good, girls. I have 2. So I have to put 2 in the, yes, in the 10th digit here. Then I will multiply this 2 by 15. Now 2 multiply 15 equals what? I have to multiply 15 by 2. 2 multiply 5 equals 10. So I will put 0 here and 1 above the tens. 2 multiply 1 equals 2 plus 1 equals 3. So it will be 30, of course. I think it's easy for you. I will put this 30 here and subtract. 7. Okay, I'm sorry about this line. Now 7 minus 0 equals 7. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Okay. Now I will continue. Now I will continue, girls. So I will take the 2 and put it next to the 7. So the number will be 72. Now 72 divided 15. Equals what? Okay, very good. If you try, actually, 2 15 in 30, that's mean I will use 4. I will put 4, and then I will multiply 4 by 15. If you try to multiply 4 by 15, okay, 4 multiply 5 equals 20, so I put 0 here and 2 above the 10th. 4 multiply 1 equals 4 plus 2 equals 6. So it will be 60. Now I will subtract. 2 minus 0 equals 2. 7 minus 6 equals 1. So there is a number left with me. 12. What I have to do here? There is no remainder in division here, in the decimal division. Of course, there is no remainder. Why? Because I will use the decimal part. There is no here a decimal part, but I will fill the decimal part. I will put the decimal point here. I will put the decimal point here, girls, and fill the digit after the decimal point with 0. So I will use this 0. But before I will take this 0 down, I have to take the decimal point up. Of course, then I will put this 0 down here and I will use this 0 to help me to divide the number, because 12 divided 15, actually I can't, so I will put the 0 next to it, so it will be 120. Now I can divide it 120 on 12 on 15. Yes, I can, of course. So 120 divided 15. Which number I will multiply it by 5? It will give me 0 in the ones. Actually, I have a lot of numbers. It will give me 0 in the ones. If you try, so it will give you 8. Look, 8. If you multiply it by 15, the answer will be 120. And try to multiply here 15 with 8. 8 multiplied 5 equals 40. So I put 0 here and 4 above the tens. 8 multiplied 1 equals 8 plus 4 equals 12. So of course it's 8. So I will put the answer here and look. The remainder is what? Is 0. I don't have any remainder. Before the decimal number, before I have any decimal parts, when I have a whole numbers, those numbers was a remainder. Number left with me, I can divide it. That's why I told you yesterday and I explained for you the idea for this remainder. I told you, when I'm talking about the remainder is a number I can divide it on this divisor. I can divide it as a whole number. But when I have a decimal part, I will divide it, but it will be what? It will be a decimal number. Okay? It will be a decimal number, not a whole. Okay, why you are typing too much on the chat? When you have a question, write your question just. I will answer you. No need to put what I don't use circles, Basma. I don't use circles. I don't use circles. You have to divide 120 on 15 by using my mind. You have to try, as I said, which number, if you multiply it by the ones, you have 0 in the ones. So no need to use the circles. Did you finish, girls? If you finish, please type 1 just one time. If any one of you type a lot of times on the chat, I will block her from the chat. Okay? Okay, did you finish? Okay, let's continue now to the next exercise. Okay, I want to divide 123 by 0.600 as we learned. As we learned, when I want to divide a decimal by a decimal, that means I have to make the divisor. Okay, please stop, Ghuzlan. Okay, Ghuzlan, this is the last time you are talking to your friend. Okay? And don't talk to your friends, please. So I want to divide 1.23 by 0.06. So how I will do that? I have to make the divisor a whole number, right? So I will multiply it by a pattern. Which pattern I will use? Which pattern I will use, girls? Very good. So I will multiply by, very good, 100. Thank you. So the number will be what? The number will be 6. This divisor will be 6 and the divided will be 123. Now I will divide. As written here in your book, as written here in your book. So I have to divide 12 by 6. First thing, 12 divided 6 equals 2. Now if you multiply 2 by 6 equals 12. This is on page 330. Not on this page. It's 330, girls. Okay, now if you multiply 2 by 6, the answer will be 12. Now if you subtract, it will be 0. Now I will take the 3. 3 divided 6. Can I divide the 3 on 6? Of course I can't. So what is the answer for this division? How many 6 in the 3? You don't have any 6. That means you have a 0, 6. So it will be 0 in the ones digit. 0 multiplied 6 equals 0. Then you will subtract. 3 minus 0, it will be 3. There is a number left with me? No. There is no remainder in decimal division. So I will use the digit after the decimal point. Before that, I have to put the decimal point here. So I have to take it to the quotient up. Then I will fill the digit after it with 0 and take this 0 and put it next to the 3. So the number will becomes 30. Now 30 divided 6 equals what? Of course, it's easy for you because you know that 5 multiplied 6 equals 30. 5 multiplied 6 equals 30. So I will put this 30 here. And then subtract 0 minus 0 equals 0. 3 minus 3 equals 0. So the final answer is what? Is 20.5. This is the final answer for this division. 20.5. So if there is no decimal here, so or there is no decimal division, I have to put it as a remainder. But here, because I have a decimal division, decimal part, so I will use this part to help me to continue the division. Who said I have a question? Okay, girls, please type your question on the chat. I can read it. Okay, I think you can see the screen ream because the girls type a lot of times. Okay, did you finish, girls? If you finish, please type 1 in the chat. Did you finish? Okay, stop typing on the chat. Girls, did you finish? Okay, Emma said yes, and Roslan also. Thank you, girls. Now let's continue to the next one. I want to divide here 10 by 0.8. Okay. I want to divide 10 by 0.8. Okay. I have to divide 10 by 0.8. The divisor is a decimal number, so I have to use the pattern here to help me to divide the 10 on it. First thing, I have to multiply the divisor with what? Which pattern I have to multiply the divisor with it? Who will tell me? 0.8. I have to divide it with which number to make it a divisor? Who will tell me, girls? Very good, Larissa. It's 10. Because I have one digit after the decimal point. I have to multiply also the dividend with the same number. So it will be 10. So 0.8 multiply 10 equals 8, and 10 multiply 10 equals 100. Now I will divide. First thing, 1 divided 8. Can I divide it 1 on 8? No. I will take the 0, so it will be 10. Now 10 divided 8. Okay, Lana. Open the mic and tell me. 10 divided 8. Lana? Yes. Equals what? How many 8s in the 10? How many 8s I have? 1. Very good. Now 1 multiply 8 equals 8. Now if you subtract 10 minus 8 equals what? Very good. What I have to do after that? I will take the 2, the 0, sorry, and it will be what? 20. Now 20 divided 8, Lana. Lana, can you? Yes, 20 divided 8. Which number I will multiply it by 8? It will give me the closest answer to 20. Okay, Lana, I think you have to think about it. I'm sorry. Let's continue with Reem. Yes, Reem, open the mic and give me the answer. 20 divided 8 equals what? How many? You mean 2 multiply 8 equals 16. So the answer is 2, right? Yes, 2 multiply 8 equals 16. Very good. Then I have to subtract 20 minus 16 equals what? 0 minus 6. Of course, I have to borrow from the 2. It will be what? Very good. Continue. 10 minus 6. Yes, and 1 minus 1. Okay. Thank you so much, Reem. Okay, thank you, Reem. Now we will continue. Actually, I will choose randomly. So, okay. Raise your hands, girls. Mahnur, open the mic. Mahnur? Okay, I think you can't hear me. Or you have something wrong. Okay, Sheikha, open the mic. Sheikha, open the mic. Yes. Now I have 4 left with me. I will write it as a reminder. Okay, that's mean uh, you don't understand the lesson. I will leave this 4 with me. No, no, there is no remainder, Sheikha, right? There is no remainder. I told you if I have number left with me, what I have to do? I have to use the decimal part, right? I will fill the decimal part with 0. Very good. What I have to do with the decimal point before that? I will put it where? Up in the same place, right? And then I will take the 0 down and put it next to the 4, so the number becomes what? Sheikha? Okay, Sheikha, I think you have a problem with the mic, right? Okay. Now, 40 divided 8. Think about it. Which number you multiply it by 8, it will give you 40. 5. Very good. 5 multiply 8 equals 40. So if you subtract now, the remainder will be what? 0. Very good. So the final answer is what? 12.5. Very good. Thank you, Sheikha. Thank you, dear. So this is how we will divide, or we will use the decimal part to help me. Girls, did you finish? Okay, type 1 in the chat, please, if you finish, all of you, to continue to the next page. Just one time, girls. You don't finish, Lana? Okay. Quickly, please, girls, write the answer. Okay. Now you finished. Okay, let's continue now to the next page, 331. And I want you to start with the first one. 32.6 divided by 4. Okay, let's see now who will help me to divide the numbers. Yes, Basma, open the mic. Basma. Okay, now let's start. 3 divided 4. Can I divide the 3 by 4? Very good. 32 divided 4. Okay, I'm sorry. This is number 5. I'm sorry, girls. I think okay. I have to return. Yes, yes. You should go to number 1. I'm sorry about that. Number 1, write the quotient with the decimal point placed correctly. Okay. So I'm sorry about that. Now, if we want to divide the 5 by 0.8. Okay, which number I have to multiply it by 8 by 0.8 to make it a whole number? I have to multiply it this by by 10, because 0.8, if you multiply it by 10, it will be what? It will be 8, right? So you have to multiply the divisor by 10 and the dividend also. So it will be what? 50, right? 50. Okay. Now, Basma, I want you to divide 50 by 8. 50 divided 8 equals what? What is the number that if you multiply it by 8, it will give you the closest number to 50? Think about the multiplication table. No, less than 7. I have 6, I think. 6 multiply 8 equals 48. So I will use 6. 6 multiply 8 equals 48. Now, if we subtract, yes, first thing I have to borrow from the 5, so it will be 4, and this one will be 10. Now, 10 minus 8 equals, very good, equals 2. And now, 4 minus 4, Basma, equals 0. Sorry, this is 2. So I have 2 left with me. What I have to do, thank you, Basma. What I have to do now, girls, I think we have only 2 minutes. Okay, let's continue with Noor. What I have to do now after this 2, I have to put the decimal point and I will fill the digits after the decimal point with 0. So I will take this 0 and put it next to the 2. So it will be 20. Very good, Noor. 20 divided 8. Before that, I have to take the decimal point up and put it. Very good. Now it's 2. 2 multiply 8. 16. Very good. Now I will subtract 20 minus 16. I have to borrow here. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now I will leave this number With me, I have to do, Noor? Very good. Very good. So look, I have here two digits after the decimal point. So I will use those two digits. Now, 40 divided 8 equals what? Very good. Now, 5 multiply 8 equals? Very good, Noor. The, so I have to put the decimal point here after the 6, between the 6 and the 2, so the number becomes 6.25. Thank you, Noor. So this is how, okay, thank you, my dear. So this is how we will divide, girls. Look, I will use the decimal digit after the point here to help me. Uh, okay, so thank you, girls. I think the period is finished. I will continue tomorrow, inshallah, the lesson. So there is no homework today. Thank you so much for attending today and have a nice day. Bye.